maps against Fnatic. It wasn't just it wasn't a best of one across two maps on Cache, you know, there, or Cache as they would say. Cache to all the Aussies out there, which was their map, their choice. They showed, hey, we know what we're doing. Dust 2, we know what we're doing, and they were able to perform. So looking for something similar here from Vox, and they might take more liberties because they might feel like, hey, we can outskill this team right now. We are feeling pretty hot. Yeah. So Liquid, they're going to start on the T side as we kick things off momentarily.
So Vox won that knife and chose to go CT. Should we talk about that a tiny bit? I know we're just going into the first round live now in a second, but still, what do you think about that? Because the meta of Dust 2 has been changing a lot recently. It used to be known as a T-sided map, but now we see teams more and more commonly, depending on how they play and what sort of a setup they have, choosing to go on that CT side here. Yeah,
it's well, I think we have to hold that point. We're gonna have a big push on A long. Liquid want to take over A straight away. And really big defense coming in from Vox. They had the players in place, but Liquid, they get the frags, and straight out of the gate, they're going to give themselves a huge edge, and that's exactly how they needed to start this map.
Yeah, that's it completely, and they get those smoke grenades down, 2 in place to completely cover off JKS there, who, as we spotted out,
it almost looks like they're all really afraid of just this one guy.
I know, right? But well, Fugly will pick up the kill, and that looked really great there for Team Liquid. They put the aggression on, you know, and took it back to Vox Eminor. And we saw Vox Eminor with quite a heavy presence over towards long. So very quickly as the second round starts, you know, back on that point about the CT switch when you win the knife round.
Okay, so getting the economy going is going to be really nice for them, but more specifically, getting the economy away from the CTs is really where it starts to hurt. It can be a bit like Inferno in that way, that CTs want to get the AWPs going. Depends on how versatile the team is as to how CT-sided or not it can be, depending on the economy. Some teams are much better at playing lower economy on the CT side than others. Some teams need to get the AWPs going, and Vox, I don't think they're a team like that necessarily. So either way, they've lost a man, have Liquid. Need to stick together now and get this bomb side under control. Sponge, though, putting in some work with the jump scout. Things could get very troublesome. It looks like Liquid very uncertain. They're going to get flanked in their uncertainty. Adren's just swapping around, able to pick up the frag onto Yam, but it's a 1-on-2 now. Those
are 2 big frags, actually, in those B tunnel areas. I think Vox Eminor were in a great spot to take that round, considering the fact that they'd actually picked up an AK-47 at one point, but Adren and Alige picking up 2 kills in quick succession, leaving, as you say, Sponge now the last one left alive. He knows exactly where they're going. You can hear them making their way up short. Let's see if he can do any more damage with the scout. He gets the shot into Adren, though, and will he find the second one? Yes, he will. 35 seconds left on the clock. It's AK-47 versus scout. Can Sponge clutch this? No.
Oh my god.
If he'd have pulled off that shot, I probably would have taken off my headset and left.
Yeah, my hands were in the air. I was like, no, no, this is not happening right now. This is not happening. But it didn't.
But still, a great amount of damage done from the whole side, as you know, to try and disrupt that economy.
Absolutely.
Of Liquid.
Oh yeah, that was pretty much best case without winning the round. So 4 kills, lots of economic damage done by Vox, and Liquid's gonna have to get a clean round here to feel okay with that. And they've lost Fugly now, and it's okay though. They're just down against 2 players, so all is well so far. And again, the interesting thing is always going to be when we haven't seen a team, or a lot from a team, is how are they going to approach their CT setups against you know, Liquid in this match on the money that they're going to be on, because they won't really be able to get. I mean, they could decide to buy an AWP. But I want to see them play with the lower economy as well and see how well they do there. But in goes JKS. He's found himself an AK-47. And Sponge putting in work as well. Trey's coming in.
JKS doing great damage. And, well, Flowstick will pick up the final kill there after planting the bomb as well and pick up that AK-47. But still, once again, a good amount of damage done here for Vox Eminor. So if Team Liquid lose this round, their money may be a bit tricky to deal with afterwards. But they are going to go for 4 M4s, and let's see what Havoc picks up when he eventually buys as well. He's going to pick up an M4 of his own. No AWP, as you kind of predicted.
And it's actually really hard to deal with, I think, for Liquid, because again, if they lose this round, they're pretty much an eco. Yeah. And because of all the damage done. And the rounds they won didn't feel good. They lost almost everyone, and Yam's going to pick up a frag through the gap in the doors, through a smoke.
And flashed.
And now they don't have any nades now either, so the advantage still should be with Liquid.
should be, but Fugly tagged down a 44. Havoc is going to peek out there, put some shots down range, but misses them, and Sponge in a very horrible position, left on 13 points of health as Liquid enter over towards this larger A-bomb site, and now JKS will be the last one left alive. 2 players are low, and we know what damage he can do, so he may want to go for this one, but all things considered, it's going to be a very tricky task indeed, and credit to Liquid there. They made a good entrance, even after that initial entry frag from Yam in towards mid.
I actually think that it's okay for him to actually try to invest in being an absolute nuisance here, because there is a difference between the kind of get exit frags and kind of save versus the full out I just want to survive right now. And I think he's in the kind of exit frag save situation, because he's going to be on eco anyway with his well, his team is going to be on eco anyway the next round. They won't force it up. They're going to buy the following round. So how much will he get done in the next round with an M4? I guess you could argue some, but it's all about how much impact you can make on the economy. Liquid are already off kilter with their economy. They lost so many players. They lost 4 players each round when they should have had a much cleaner situation. So it's quite interesting to see Liquid start things off in this way.
JKS is going to be a crucial player here in this round, obviously, with that M4 and with the armor and grenades that he's got to work with. And once again, we see, I think this is the second time Yam's pushed up into lower tunnels here. Lige is aware that there could be somebody there. I'm not sure if he heard him, but he's playing it very cautiously indeed, aware that Vox Eminor will probably be down to pistols, and Sponge trying to find that information. Lige finds Yam there and will pick up the kill.
Here it's time for Sponge to go and see what he can get. Dren going to be good on the defensive kill there, taking out Sponge, and they're just playing it slow and steady. So good stuff here from Liquid so far, not incurring any damage, and JKS is just chilling by CT. So he really needs to hold on to this M4 in this round if he possibly can. Let's see if he can actually make that happen. Ooh, Azza with a tag there. Liquid slowly moving in with all the nades, trying to play it safe still. Can JKS pick anything up here? Good damage there to Fugly, finishes him off. Well, this position's actually really good for JKS. Could spray down a couple more players. There's the second one and the third one. Excellent stuff from JKS. And the remaining 2 are really weak here. This guy could be working on a massive clutch. Gets the next kill. It's just a Dren left now for Liquid. Working on the ace. JKS has to find him. Oh, he gets the shot. Unbelievable stuff. This guy's so hot. So hot through the first map and into the second. What on earth do you do against that?
I have no words.
That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Oh my god.
There was something in me that when he picked up the first frag, I just thought, this is actually on. And credit, I mean, a couple of Team Liquid players were low, but still, that was an incredible play by him. And that was huge in the grand scheme of things. Let's see if they can capitalize on it, though. Team Liquid responding very quickly. That's 2 big frags. They are not wanting to let up any pressure here on Vox Eminor. They are not happy after losing that round.
Yeah, going really fast out the gates. And Sponge is able to slow them down a little bit, and that's going to actually help because now JKS is actually in a decent enough position to do something here. And Yam's going to pick up the frag, I think just clipping through the wall there, so that's also going to help. But Nitro might be able to just surprise him. There it is. Picks him up, and JKS now is in a lot of trouble. Had Yam stayed alive there, it might have been doable, but this is not going to go so well for Vox now.
Well played from Team Liquid here, though, to get those initial 2 entry frags and to change things up a bit and to change the pace and put it right back in the face of Vox Eminor. We saw them enter long so quickly and get those 2 frags as they made their way out to that area. And that's the kind of thing that they need to do and that we've not been seeing too much of them all the time. When something doesn't go their way, like JKS picking up a crazy 1 versus 4 clutch, they just do the same thing again and then just almost allow it to happen. But they changed the pace here and it worked for them, and credit to Team Liquid for it. 5-1 is the score.
And the interesting thing here as well is that this worked out really, really well for Liquid in the end. Even though it looks like they're struggling to win rounds, it still looks like Vox are winning the game despite being 5-1 down, just because of the kinds of rounds that they're pulling out when they are successful, and how many players are dying for Liquid. We see the full save here from Vox, but Liquid now, they've reset Vox completely, so they stand a really good chance to have a massive first half, even into the double digits, potentially.
Fugly is only able to pick up 1 there as he misses the spray. Nitro's going to try and pick up the AWP shot, but he misses. Initially isn't punished for it as he gets 2 with the Tech 9. Will he get the triple spray down? He lobs that HE grenade down, and, well, Adren's there to back him up, so it's not going to play too much dividends in the end. As Azza, the last one left alive now, against 4. The bomb has been planted, so He's just going to look for exit frags, and Team Liquid will secure their 6th round here. So they're doing well. They're definitely playing a lot better on this map than they did against NIP yesterday. But you still can't count Vox Eminor out.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think for me, where this game will be the most telling is depending on how many rounds Vox get. I mean, they really need to get like at least 5 or 6 to feel somewhat comfortable. But I felt like against NIP, where the struggle really was for Liquid was actually more so in their CT setups. They didn't seem to have a good approach against the standard rounds from NIP, because NIP just ran standard after standard rounds. They didn't even, they used like one execute. Yeah. They used like one fancy play, and then the rest was just default stuff. So if Vox have the kind of default stuff they had on Inferno, could be problems here for into the second half. But we're on the first half, and it's looking good for Liquid so far, picking up 1 kill there onto Sponge. But look how aggressive they are. Yeah, I mean, I like it. Again, they're changing the pace. And Azza's got this AK-47, which can do some great damage. And they actually do have the man advantage. But Team Liquid, of course, do have those all-important rifles in hand. 3 AK-47s to play with. Just round the corner here, over towards B ramp, will be Yam. Knocked down to 56 points of health. And let's see what the T's decide to do here. You can see the setup. And Havoc and Azza playing really defensive over towards long, completely giving up that larger A-bomb site. So taking it so slow right now, just getting that split into B. Well, no split, but just all through middle into B at the moment. Nades in. Can they get the entries going into the bomb site? Got Flowsick looking at the first one. There is second from Fugly, and they've cleaned the bomb site. So 2 on 2 now. It's going to take a little bit of time for Vox to get there, but bomb's not down yet. Yeah, that's the thing, that although it's taken a while for Vox Eminor to get over there, it took a while for the bomb to be planted, and in fact it still hasn't been planted. That incendiary grenade is going to do a great amount of delaying them, but you never know what Azza can do here. He's going to hear that the bomb's going to be planted. Flowsick just checking his flank to make sure nobody will come through tunnels, and this is still a really tricky one to try and retake here for the CTs. Oh, he knows there's someone just below, just toying with all the angles. There's 2 players potentially just on his angle out the window, and there it is. Havoc gets the trade, looking for the spray down on Fugly. Can he find the frag? There's no health left. There it is. And he's going to have to get the defuse, but he doesn't have... I don't know if he has time here. This is going to be a close one. No kit. Okay, I think he's got time. And, wow. Yeah, he's got time there. That shouldn't have happened. Team Liquid again. They were in a great situation. They had great, positions to hold, and they got that entry frag, and somehow we saw Havoc pick up an AK-47 off the floor and pick up 2 quick kills. And I mean, what can you say? Yes, it's another weird round to lose, just like the JKS clutch, where you had a 1 versus 5 essentially. But, well, again, Liquid, even if it looks like a struggle, even if they lose weird rounds, if they just bounce back as they have been so far on Dust 2, then it's all going to be working out well. But this time Yam is going to give an advantage to Vox, picking up a nice frag. And they've got good cat control, actually, Vox. Lots of presence there. They're giving up long at the moment. So if Liquid decide to go for any kind of play in through middle, they have a massive flank to worry about. If they want to take cat, they've got a big resistance. And they've got to deal with Yam as well. Vox are all over this round. 3 kills for Yam. Wow, well, that's a good way to get your entry with an AWP on the map going. Havoc going to push through the smoke, and, well, that's a mistake, as Elige will take him down, leaving things now in a 4 versus 2, but Azza does respond straight away, denying the ace from Yam, but he still did such great damage with that. And, I call it the entry with the AWP simply because we haven't seen Vox Eminor play with that AWP yet so far in this map, and he played it very well. JKS takes down Fugly there, so Vox Eminor, 3 rounds on the board. Let's have a look at the economy overall. They're still, in a way, struggling, although we can see Havoc, who had 8k at the start of that round. So they're okay, and all 5 with defuse kits. But we're into round number 10, and Team Liquid going for some form of force buy here, picking up grenades, Tech 9s, and a couple of players with armor. Oh, fast play, though, here from Liquid with that Tech 9. But the spray comes in, 3 kills simultaneously there from JKS as... Well, it's just Fugly now, and he's going to get eliminated, so really easy round there for Vox, as JKS gets to pad out his stats even more. Actually, now only just now top fragging, despite having an ace as well. He hasn't actually been getting a huge amount of action over towards B, so that's nice for him. And we've got a double up set up on the CT side. And that's what you want to see on a Dust 2. But Nitro is AWPing as well. He's got I thought I think he had a timing there, which is why he actually is holding onto the AWP, but he did decide to just back away. He does pass it over to Adren.
who's the primary AWPer, as we all know, for their Team Liquid squad. But look at this position from Havoc here, and he gets the kill. That's huge. What a peek.
Damn.
He's so aggressive, this guy, at times, but he seemed to time it to perfection.
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, it's always hard when the AWP like kind of peek pre-fires the angle, because he knows that he can just fire a shot there always. He can just pre-fire that, and the other guy has to react, so it can be a bit awkward. But Yam has really been on point, as has Havoc in this match. So Liquid, they're now down a man. Nitro has picked up the AWP. They've got to take some map control. Short is a really good place to start, but Vox have good presence on short. So there could also be problems here. There's like landmines everywhere Liquid looks.
Sponge expecting those flash grenades to rain in as well, but Nitro's response, so that's the AWP down. It's an AWP trade at the start of this 11th round, but Sponge coming in big with 2 kills onto Cat. You said that they had great short control, and yeah, very smart indeed. And we can now see these 2 last T players from Team Liquid making their way out over towards long, but they've got a big task ahead of them.
There's a self-pop flash from Azza. He's going to spot the 2 players as well, just confirming where they are. So we have the rotation coming in even from the B player. And they can even let them cross potentially just to get into position. But they've got 3 players facing crossover. So that is a nice closeout on the round there for them. And you've got to love that setup on Cat, where they're like, hey, I'm up here, guys.
Yeah,
and then
right.
and just letting his teammate, just baiting for his teammate. You don't actually see that too often either.
I don't think I saw Vox do it much yesterday against Fnatic, even. Apologies. I'm not too sure. I didn't quite watch it in depth. I just saw a glancing few rounds. But Sponge pushing up aggressively in mid. He's got to be aware that they could be on an eco here, because you talked about that aggression potentially coming out. And he is only able to pick up 1 kill. But Fugly will fall.
They call that the Shoxy.
Yes, the Shoxy.
So, just running up mid.
Yes.
He did have the cover from Yam, who could cover down up and then down towards lower dark, so that's why it can work. But there's only pistols here, and this is the interesting choice. Oh my goodness! There's players feeling the screen of Havoc, sorry, but he somehow can't get the frag there. Very strange stuff, but still going to be a difficult task to get onto that bomb site, and a task they don't look all too happy to take on. No,
well, Adren's been able to pick up that AWP, and so let's see what damage he can do with it. But JKS, once again, getting some good information in mid, just checking if anybody's coming through Cat. He flashes himself whilst just peeking through to see if anybody could be rotating over and making their way back from long, and they are aware of that because they knew that the push was potentially coming from there from Team Liquid. They had a lot of presence over towards long on that CT side because of that, but now rotating back, we see one player making their way over towards B, and Yam with the AWP, controlling it in mid like we saw him do earlier on. But Adren's going to take this right into his face. That's a 2nd kill. Is he going to pick up the 3rd here? Adren missing all of his shots, and he is punished for it.
That cannot happen.
No.
Oh my god, Yam just getting away with murder, quite literally there. And to be honest, there seem to be so many demoralizing situations for Liquid, like spots where, hey, we should have won this situation. That's happened quite a lot. They are hanging on well, but Vox have come back significantly into this match, and they are now geared up to even take an advantage in the first half when it looked like Liquid had all the economy away from Vox. They forced them to these double eco spots. They got so many free rounds. But here comes Azza once again from Catwalk, putting in the pain.
Havoc gets the 2nd frag as a Liege will fall. Azza gets that grenade down. Let's see how much damage it does. Not actually much as you may expect, but Sponge will pick up another kill there. And Liquid are slowly but surely dropping 1 by 1. Very convincing round there for Vox Eminor, and they take the lead for, I believe, the first time in this Dust 2 match.
Absolutely. And they're really showing that, again, they do put in the work, that have a lot of skill, and that they really want to step up in these European events when I'm talking about Vox here, because the kinds of players we're seeing from them, they look like such a finely oiled machine. And they always know what they're doing. There's never any second-guessing themselves. We're seeing all the confidence.
Sponge.
Another Shoxy move from Sponge as well.
Sponge, as you said that you like to call him at times. Well, as a tag down of 48 HP, Yam aggressively pushing through mid initially, but Havoc gets the 1st kill onto Adren there. But look, they have absolutely no idea where he is. He eventually gets traded, but Team Liquid have surely got to be asking questions of how that can happen. They eventually traded out and even up the situation into a 3 versus 3, but still all the same.
That's got to be raging to die like that. Like, how does that guy get to that position? That's really sneaky there from Vox. And once again, 3-on-3, 2 AWPs here for Vox. So it could actually get really awkward considering that there isn't an AWP on A. So if Liquid decide actually to try to move in for an A play, it could get difficult on the defense if they use their grenades well. How much? They only have 1 smoke though on Fugly, and yeah, Havoc is going to get the frag onto Flow6. So all down to the long players, Elige and Fugly.
Yeah, I'm going to smoke off that crossover now and flash their way out as well. So it will be obvious what's coming in. They're going to get that incendiary grenade coming down as they try to cross to burn them alive as they make their way onto that larger A-bomb site. Elige will drop Azza there in response, but he's left alive versus 2. 2 AWPs here, so he's going to try and get the bomb plant, and will he pick up a 1 versus 3 clutch? This is the time to do it. He sprays down as he finds one player coming around the corner, but the CZ75 shot there will get the kill and shoots the head. That's
that BM.
It's a tiny bit of disrespect.
Again, the cool thing from Vox in a spot like that, there was no messing around. They both run around the corner and they just try to play for the trade. This is just like solid Counter-Strike that sometimes seems to be missing from top teams. But Vox are very strong on their trade game, and it might seem weird to praise that, but it is so important, and you can see why. They just made that situation just not complicated at all. We have the 2 versus 1 advantage. We will win that by just playing it properly. So playing it by the book, 8-6 now the score for them.
Into the last round of the first half, and Vox Eminor have taken 7 rounds in a row, I do believe, on their CT side, showing why they chose it. But that's a great HE grenade, taking down Azza to only 53 points of health. No players left alive though at the start of this round. Not too much else happening at the second, but Team Liquid just looking to get that control of the B tunnels area.
I think, I mean, a lot of the rounds, Vox have shown a lot of presence towards Catwalk. Something Liquid could do is take Long for free with just a couple players just flash over, try to take Long away from them. But at the moment, they've got no one there, and they're entering into middle though, so they could work out regardless.
Well, Havoc's going to try and stop them pushing through. That's 1 kill onto Adren. Will he get any more? Fully flashed. Azza will take down Fugly there by the looks of things. Azza with 2, but it's trades all over the place. Havoc ensuing at the end of the first half. Nitro will pick up 2 quick kills in a row, but it's Yam to try and save the day once again here. Picks up an AWP shot, knocking Flow6 so low, 3 HP and 19 HP. This is so close between the 2 players. He's got to reload that gun. Oh my gosh, how does he escape?
Oh my god, I almost thought he would do it with 1 bullet, just because that would be that would just be the luck of Liquid for him to actually win that duel.
Yeah.
Which he never should win that one. But 8-7, again, so many awkward spots for Liquid. It's really, really awkward just across the board in some of these rounds. I mean, we saw both the force buy after Liquid won the pistol. They lost 4 players, and then in the full eco they lost 4 players.
Yeah.
Like, they're just so awkward all the way through, such a struggle. But they managed to come out with a 7-round scoreline. So going into their CT half, they can be like, okay, we're going to kind of reset ourselves a little bit. But again, I feel like the CT side was what was most questionable in their match against NIP. But it was NIP after all, but still.
I think it was a 6-1 score at one point in that half, and it was, you know, obviously because Team Liquid had that great start, and Vox Eminor, although they did great damage to the economy, they didn't have enough time in those early stages to build enough of their own to buy everything essential needed to win those rounds. But as soon as they got their economy rolling, it pretty much kept rolling, and as I said, they took 7 rounds in a row and came straight back into it. So, and that's the thing, even though a team could be 6-1 up, you can never count the other team out, especially a map like map like Dust 2 for Vox Eminor. So into the pistol round of the second half.
And I like this actually from a Liquid. They've got nobody on long actually. They're instead deciding to push upper dark. So they have a good B defense that turns into an information play and a very safe approach onto long, and also the information on cat. And they're all playing together. So I actually like this round from Liquid a lot. It's actually quite a smartly constructed round. They've got the spot, the long distance spot that's very safe on the bombs, on the A bomb site itself as also. So they're kind of geared up to do anything. And you can see that they've already rotated to deal with the push onto A.
No frags as of yet, but I'm sure it will come very quickly as Elige is actually dropped down to 5 HP. Flow6 going to find players there as the A split comes in. That's a big headshot from Havoc, and they've got full control of this A bomb site. But look at this quick rotation coming in from Liquid. You pointed out that they'd found so much information by pushing through tunnels. Azza here in a key spot finds 2 players, and he's got to be very careful. Sponge will fall. He's got the backup there, but look at that from Vox Eminor. 3 huge frags, and poor old Fugly lands himself in a 1 versus 4 with 2 HP.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for Liquid that pistol run didn't work out a bit better for them, because of course, I mean, there's a lot of teams that wouldn't play in quite that slow of a manner. They would maybe have put 1 or 2 players in towards Dark or something like that, just to provide some presence. That can happen for a lot of teams. But this time, Liquid got kind of played against perfectly. The A take was the worst case scenario, but they had the retake to deal with it. But you can see how it is not favorable. But either way, it's a good effort. Can they make it happen here?
If Fogly's got anything to do with it, he gets one onto Havoc there. No more it will be, as the MP7's range strong as they enter that B-bomb site here. Only 3 pistols left to work with for Team Liquid, and this should be 10-7 double figures for Vox Eminor if they can close out this round, and that's exactly what they'll do unless the Liege can do something about it. They've not planted the bomb quite yet, and the Liege just checking if anybody could be coming from mid, but the bomb indeed will be planted now, and I think he's just got to look for exits here.
I wonder if he could have picked up that scout, actually. That would have been pretty nice. I think it was like in the middle of the tunnels, and I think they naded it towards themselves as well, just to make sure he couldn't get the scout. So yeah, at least we'll save the 5-7 armor, which is always nice, but this is definitely a hard start for Liquid. That said, it may kind of weirdly do them some favors potentially, because we actually saw them against NIP pick up more rounds when they were on the lower economy, because they were playing more kind of aggressively on some of the positions like Catwalk. They like these 4-man cat boost positions where they would be all pushing with FAMASs. And when Adren was picking up the AWP, that's actually when they had more problems. So yeah, we'll have to see how it turns out.
Into the next round we go. Vox Eminor now on double figures, and only 6 rounds away from confirming 3 points in this series and 4 points overall in their group. So good work from them. Team Liquid still fighting hard. They are going to be down to pistols, but let's see what damage they can do. And well, look, they're just almost avoiding each other. Players from long on the CT side all up cat, and very quickly so for Vox Eminor.
Oh, this is a tough situation. Gonna actually tap down one player though. Sponge is gonna hit the floor, but Vox picking up all the revenge frags, and just Fugly left over. So we are gonna get to see what Liquid have in store, what kind of play they're gonna bust out from their repertoire very, very soon. And again, we just need to see if they can get these default setups going, because what they were doing yesterday was playing a 2-3 setup, kind of like a 2 on B and 3 on long at the start, and then kind of slowly drifting back. So it's like 1 long who's in position on pit, who plays more information and delay, 1 on crossover with the AWP looking towards short, and then 1 on the site itself. That's a very default setup that they liked.
And they have 0 money to spare here. As that's a big kill, taking down the AWP. Havoc, how did he land that?
My god, that's ridiculous. That has to be so gutting for Liquid. What are they going to do now? Sponge is just taking liberties, moving up Catwalk. This is a massive catastrophe for Liquid.
Well, Flowstick's been able to find some good information pushing through long, and that could be big. Yam's knocked down to 14 points of health, but JKS is so aware of it. Havoc picks up another kill onto Nitro, and this has all fallen apart for Team Liquid. Their money was very tight after buying up there, and it will be absolutely destroyed once again here. 3,000 across the board, pretty much, and
I mean, I don't even... Is this like bad karma or something? I don't know what you have to do to deserve like dying like that with an AWP. Maybe Adren like pushed an woman down some stairs or something. I don't know what happened there, but it was pretty brutal. And Tortoise sends a score. They're back on the eco, and Vox are pushing together as a unit, as they do so efficiently.
They most certainly do. Adren will fall. Only 2 players left alive here. The grenade will come in to try and do some damage, and wow, Flowstick actually with 2 with a HE grenade there, knocking Havoc down to only 17 points of health. Let's see if he can do more damage. No, he'll get burnt to a crisp by Sponge, and Fugly on the flank now will see if he can take away any more rifles from these T players, but it should be Vox Eminor 13, Team Liquid 7 at the end of this round. He will pick up that M4, and I think he really needs to back away and save this.
I'm just sad that we didn't get to see Liquid play that round out in the previous time. It's like, because we saw that that tapping. I think a player from Liquid was doing it on the T side, if I'm not mistaken, from Suicide. We just like tap with the AK. That's when does that shot like ever hit? Like when does that actually hit? It's so rarely that you'll actually see that.
It would hit in this match, in this situation,
against
and
Liquid.
Havoc would be the player to do it.
And against the AWPer as well, of course. Of course, he's peaking, but still.
And Adren's having a bit of a difficult time on this map.
Yeah, he's got like 4 frags. Yeah. So that's going to really hurt your
mentality.
Exactly.
Well, Vox Eminor are looking very good here. And I'm not too sure what time it is in Australia right now, but I'm pretty sure even if it's late for the Aussies over there, they're probably very much enjoying this series, and rightly so. But let's see if Team Liquid can do anything. They've got the money to buy here now. This is the time for them to try and bring it back on their CT side.
Okay, it's 13-7. Indeed, it's looking grim, but we're going to have the all-rifle setup. Now, I think they're boosting Cat. Yeah, they're doing that Cat boost. 2 players with a fast timing there. But actually, this could work out for Liquid because they'll have a fast retake of this B-bomb site, which is about to go to Vox. And smart move there from Fugly. Just get out of there and try to survive. We've got a trade there, but with grenades. Madness ensues on the B-bomb site, and that bomb still needs to go down. In goes Nitro, straight through the window. Picks up a kill onto Azza. Spraying down Liquid with a great assault back into the B-bomb site. Taking it by force. And it's going to still have to be quite the effort, though. Still Yam alive.
1 versus 2. This was the round for Team Liquid to take, and Flowstick's on the flank. He misses his shots. Will he be punished for it? They're both going to push him at the same time, or are they? He misses his shots. Eventually, a Liege comes in from behind, but still, that looked a bit shaky from Flowstick with his M4 spray. I won't lie, but still, very well played from Liquid. I think was it Nitro who pushed through window there?
Yeah.
That was a really good play.
It's
It was
so
such a
brave.
simple thing, but yeah, brave player. And Team Liquid, they've got no other option but to be brave now. Double up setup on the T side from Vox.
He's a Purple Hearts medal, Award of Valor for a play like that. That assault was really nice. Good call of intuition to just go in there in that timing, and it's what we need to see from Liquid. That's going to lift their spirits just a little bit. And back into a slower round now. We have 2 players in Upper Dark. Now Liquid, they have shown the propensity to push here and get some information. They might feel hungry for that. They are actually set up very close to the angle, so you might actually see this happen in the next 10-15 seconds, that they try to get some info there, because Adren spotted nothing on Catwalk so far. They don't know what's going on, but Vox, they can move in for an A play or a Cat drop from this position. This is still really dangerous, and I love this. Liquid getting the info from B. That's exactly what they have to do.
2 players have pushed through, and Adren has backed his way from short all the way over towards the edge of that A bomb site now, and rightly so. And when a Vox going to find this out, the grenades will rain in, and it looks like they're just going to go for this catwalk play, try and plant the bomb on the edge of the A site and hold it from Cat, but it's not going to work. Liquid now holding strong, although it's 2 for 2 trades here, as are picking up kills before eventually getting taken down by Flowstick, and the bomb is planted, as you can hear. JKS with a big kill onto Fugly to even things up here. Nitro will respond. JKS, let's see if he can clutch once again. That's a big kill.
This guy is really good. He's got a 1-on-1 now against Nitro, arguably the star player of his opponents now. Looking for that angle. He can't find it. There's the quick switch as he spots him coming in from crossover. Playing with the barrels, though, and that timer is really far ticked at this point. He's just got to kill the time. Nitro going in over the top, but the spray comes in. JKS with 3 massive kills. Once again, this guy delivers. And Liquids now, they're in a really, really tough spot. No money to play with, and Vox just 2 rounds away from taking this map.
Broken the economy there. JKS with great work indeed. I know I say it was big frags, but it was big frags across the board there. To clutch that round, Havoc will reward himself with an AWP for their hard work, and as you said, Vox Eminor 2 rounds away from securing the 3 points in this series, and very well done so if they can secure them. But Team Liquid fighting on. The thread's getting ever so thinner. Azza will find the head of Flowstick there, trying to tap it down, and there we go. Eventually we'll pull off the shot.
I mean, the spray control and the composure of JKS in these clutch situations is really remarkable. This guy is making a name for himself. That is for sure, just across the series he's played so far, and I'm sure in the matches to come as well. So good opening advantage for Vox, picking up 1 kill. Now all they have to do is do what they do so well, which is just play together, and it looks like they want to go through long, which is really nice because they can move as a unit, and they get the long ranges to play with and just can really maximize their advantages. Yeah,
they've got to be careful though, because the Liege is right around the corner and there are 2 players there, but he peeks out just at the wrong time, and oh, it's all gone wrong here. Sponge with 2 spray downs, and Adren and the Liege potentially could have done quite a lot of damage there considering their spots and their tight angles, but they peeked out to try and find information and it didn't work. JKS on the lurking roll picks up 1, and Nitro falls as well. Vox Eminor map and match point.
I mean, this JKS guy has been really a joy to watch so far. Just like the way that he's getting some of the kills is really, really nice. Pleasurable, aesthetically pleasing Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
But indeed, match point here for Vox Eminor, 15-8. They did take Inferno, map number 1 as well, if you missed that one, if you're just tuning in. And going to have JKS going for the entries into the A-long area. So fast movement once again from Vox. Liquid have to make this defense work out for themselves and eliminate the intruders. But trades all over the place. JKS coming out on top. They're going to back away though.
It's, again, another situation where Vox Eminor win the trades. You know, they've got that man advantage now, albeit that JKS is on 14 points of health, but we know what damage he can do no matter what HP level he's on, and they've got control of B here, so they're going to get that smoke grenade down over towards the doors. The incendiary grenade comes through, or Molotov comes through into the window area, and Nitro's in a tricky spot because Flowstick is having to do a marathon sprint to try and push through. They've got absolutely nothing else, no other option now. They've got to go for this retake here.
There's a nade in though, that's excellently placed, but somehow doesn't do all that much damage to Nitro there. His teammate goes down, could all be over soon, and as Nitro comes out huge, but he will get finished off by Yam, 16-8. And he's sponged with his cape. This guy with the flag of Australia on his back. I think the whole spirit of Australia was with him throughout that match, because excellent work there from Vox. They managed to have a really convincing couple maps there.